today, I wanted to talk about burnout recovery, resetting your life after burnout. Um, Once you notice you have signs of burnout, it can be pretty startling. You realize you aren't just dealing with regular fatigue from working so much or even a case of stress. But the good news is you can recover from it. Take it from me, I have recovered from it, and my many of my clients have as well. And they have a recovery plan and process. So first of all, you got to give yourself some grace and you got to take it slow. The reason why you got to burn out and you're stressed out is because you're overdoing it. So you got to take a pause and take a step back. We have to figure out what was the cause. Maybe you're recovering from you're a perfectionist. You need to adjust your mindset and accepting yourself and your life for what it actually is. And I know many of you listening today, you've been an overachiever like me. And you're also someone who doesn't feel good enough and maybe has to get more and more done to feel like you're important. And that's not the way to recover from burnout and to reduce the stress in your life. The methods that I'm going to discuss with you and the tips I'm going to share, they're very easy and simple to do. But I want you to not try and do every single thing. I want you to do it at one step at a time. And once you get comfortable with doing the first step, then move on to the next step. Give yourself some grace because you didn't get burnt out and stressed out the way you are now by it happening overnight. It happened over a course of time. So it's going to take time to recover from it. So please, I want you to give yourself some grace. The first thing I recommend doing is we're going to work on mindset shifts and your productivity. You're going to have to develop some mindset shifts in order to get things done in a different way, in an easier way that takes the load off. And the first thing I always recommend you doing is journal. I'm going to give you some questions. You may want to write them down. And go back and take one of them and write out what it is, or take them all and just write answers to it and then work on it when you have time. I want you to brain dump, as I call it. Dump everything that's up here on paper. I don't want you typing it in the computer. When you write it down, you can refer back to it. And I personally have gotten more out of writing it down. I've done both, and my clients have done both. And it's 85% got more out of it when they wrote it down, and 15% got less out of it when they typed it on the computer or on your notes or whatever other device you use to take notes and to keep them like a Google Doc or whatnot. You can copy them into or type them into a Google Doc later, but I recommend, since you're beginning the recovery process, you need to write it down on a journal. I highly recommend it. Now, some of the questions you're going to ask yourself is, why are you working so hard? Why do you feel like you aren't good enough? When will it all be enough? How often do you let yourself rest, if at all, or hardly ever? Do you strive for perfection? And what are your boundaries? Do you have any boundaries, or do you just take it all on from your personal and your professional life and everywhere else in between? I want you to write those down, and I want you to really think about whatever comes to mind. Write it down. And that will help you process your emotions and simplify things and make it easier for you to prevent burnout. Now, a lot of people don't know what it means to be mindful. Mindful means being in the present right now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, right now. If you think about things that are happening right now, you won't think about what you need to do yesterday that you didn't get done and what you need to get done tomorrow. That stresses you out. That burns you out. I want you to practice being more mindful. And I don't want you to judge yourself or criticize yourself. Okay? You are enough the way you are. Now, the next thing I want you to work on is relaxing and resting and recharging. So I want you to imagine this. Imagine you're a phone, you're a cell phone. And you know, phones are great at 100%, but you only have a 10% charge left. How are you going to get everything done on 10%? That's you being burnt out. So when you don't leave yourself time to regroup and recharge, how are you going to have time for things of taking care of your self-care, your well-being? How are you going to have a social life? How are you going to take care of your family and your loved ones if you are pouring from an empty cup? It's so vitally important for your well-being that you work on you. You can't use a phone that lost all its battery life, and you can't continue when you have no energy and you're tired and you're exhausted. That is not good for your well-being, your health, for your wealth, and for freedom. You will not have any of those three if you don't start working on you. Okay? Now, some of the things I want to share with you about some healthy and balanced ways to reduce some stress levels are work on getting better sleep, unplugging and spending less time on social media. I recommend, because of the blue light in your phone, that after dinner, check your phone and put it away. Watch TV, read a book, journal, go take a walk, spend time with your partner, your friends, go do something, but don't look at your phone. It's going to be the hardest thing you ever do, but that is so, so important. I want you to do some fun things. I want you to nurture your body with good foods and water and nourishing things that are going to keep you healthy. I want you to get some exercise. I want you to stretch, take a walk. Whether it's around your house, you've got a basement, walk downstairs, walk around the house, depending on what weather and what time of year it is for you. Stretch every day. Spend quality time with loved ones. I know a lot of you may not live near them. Do once a week. I do a FaceTime with my family that lives far away, and it's like we're right there. It isn't texting. Seeing each other means a lot. Go visit your family. Continue to journal all your thoughts, brain dump. And I want you to have a daily gratitude practice. One thing you are grateful for every day. I want you to write that down. One thing you're grateful for every day. The next thing I want you to do is, we all need to set boundaries in our personal life and our professional life. And saying no is not easy. But when you say it the first time, take it from my experience, my client's experience, it lifts this big weight off your shoulders and you throw it away. And you have to say no to the people, places, and things that don't serve you or support you in your life. Now, I already talked about unplugging and reducing time on your screens. Please make it a point to do that. And I want you to add some more relaxing activities into your daily routine. How about sitting for 5 minutes and just closing your eyes and breathing and listening to nature? Open up your window, go sit outside, go take a walk with no radio, no earplugs, and just listen. Write your hobby. What kind of hobbies do you have that you haven't been able to do? Painting, drawing, knitting, playing a musical instrument. What is it that you haven't been able to do? Remember, resetting your life doesn't have to be complicated. It's just adjusting your routines, making a change to rest, and allowing yourself time to regroup and recharge. That's what it is to help you recover from burnout and reduce the stress in your life. I hope this has helped you because it has helped me personally. That's why I'm sharing it with you. And it's helped thousands of my clients prevent burnout and come out of burnout and recover from burnout and keep burnout out of their life. Please share this with anyone you know. Make it a great one, and namaste.